All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
This is the brother Mayum.
This is brother Ash.
All right, we're coming at you from GMS Tampa Bay here in transit on the way to camp. And just in the spirit of, after watching this video that the Apostle Gabar made early this morning entitled, "Any Man That Does Not Talk About America's Quick Utter Destruction," the Spirit just hopped on us to do this quick lesson real quick. Talking about America's destruction, man, because this word can't get pushed out enough. All right, and especially when it comes to the destruction of America. All right, let me just turn this auto lock off, because then this shit'll freeze up. All right, but so like I was saying, we can't talk enough about America's destruction, and we're gonna get a couple precepts here to speak on it. You got a precept first?
I got it.
Okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and start here in the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, and I'm gonna just start at the top. It says, "The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see." It says, "Lift up a banner upon the high mountain." And what's that high mountain? That's talking about this nation, America. All right. It says, "Exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones." All right. And the Lord's sanctified ones are his elect. All right. "I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness." It says, "The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle." All right, talking about over there in the Middle East, man. Okay, and all those nations that are going to be gathered up there to be destroyed. Okay, but let's keep reading, because the topic at hand is America's destruction. All right, we know that there's a World War III coming, and all these nations, including America, are going to be a part of it. But we're specifically pinpointing America here in this lesson. Verse 5, "They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and his weapons of indignation, to destroy the whole land." All right, and what's that? What are those weapons that are coming from the far country, from the end of heaven? All right, and he says, "Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation, to destroy the whole land." That's talking about these nuclear missiles that are coming here to America. All right, to destroy this wicked ass kingdom, and to destroy the sinners that are in this land.
Okay.
All right.
And the Lord created them. If you want to get it, the Lord created the smith to blow the coals.
Okay.
And the waster to destroy. Is talking about those missiles, man. All right. First he created the waster Esau to create the waster that's going to destroy the land, the missiles.
Okay.
All right, going back to the Manhattan Project, when the Lord opened up the spirit unto the wise men of Teman. All right, that's why they're considered the wise men of Teman, because if you look, them Germans, man, they got some of the best technology out there. Look at their cars. The Manhattan Project was all a bunch of Germans.
Okay.
Albert Einstein, all the German scientists from the Nazis.
Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16, and it reads, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire."
The smith is those really Esau, but more specifically the ones that create the actual missiles, the ones that created the technology for it.
Because in the ancient days, and even in today's, a smith, all right, what they do is they have a huge furnace. All right, they have a fire burning, and what do? They create the weapons. All right, they create swords. All right, whatever it is that you want a smith to make, he'll make you, man. But more than likely, he's making you a sword.
Yeah.
All right, you see that in that movie, A Knight's Tale, or a lot of those medieval time movies. All right, and that's what these German scientists and these scientists in today's times that are creating these newer missiles. All right, that's what they are, man. They're the smith that blows the coals in the fire. All right, they're making this fire more and more, bigger and bigger, so that they can continue to make these weapons, which in this case is talking about the nuclear missiles.
And if you look at who's the main ones selling arms to the world, it's America and Russia.
Yep.
They're now nobody's buying Chinese Chinese missiles and tanks. Everybody's getting this shit from America or Russia.
Yep.
Which would be Esau.
Okay.
So the Lord created Esau to really destroy himself, man, and to bring evil upon this earth.
It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in a fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and that instrument being the nuclear missiles. Okay? It says, and I have created the waster to destroy, and that's the missiles, man. All right? Because what do the nuclear missiles do when they hit the ground? All right? And in this instance, what are they gonna do when they hit America? Is they're gonna destroy,
and they're gonna lay it waste.
Yep. Gonna lay waste, man. So going back to Isaiah 13, all right, we were at we just read verse 5. Let me read it again. It says, they come from a far country, all right, from Russia, from China, from Iran, whatever other nation that's against America, man, which is, and this time period that we're reading about is a majority of these other nations, all right, around the four corners of the earth. Okay. It says, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and his weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. The whole land of where? America. All right? And America is going to be utterly, completely destroyed, man. These little trees, these palm trees, these people, these buildings. All right? All these wicked acts, these wicked deeds. All of this is going to be destroyed, man, in an instant. All right? And within an hour. Well, probably even less, all right? But
30 minutes.
30 minutes for the missiles to get here, and 30 minutes for everything to just be destroyed.
Yeah.
You know? So keeping on reading. All right, this is verse 6. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Hey, just imagine as best as you can how these people
get that Zechariah, or it says their eyes shall melt in their holes.
Okay. Yep. Hey, cause these people, boy, they're gonna have a feeling like they ain't never had before. All right, they're you know that feeling when you know you fucked up.
Yeah.
And it feels like your heart just dropped, man. Just imagine that when you get that message that nuclear missiles are on the way, man.
And then like Chappelle, at that moment he knew he fucked, or how is it?
At that moment he knew he had fucked up.
Yeah. When keeping it real goes wrong.
Yep. And hey, that's you people, man. You better get ready, cause you're gonna have that in that feeling, but intensified, man. All right. It's gonna be intensified, that feeling. And this is Zechariah chapter 14, verse 12, and it reads, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. All right, in this case, we're talking about the elect of Israel. All right, the men that the Lord has sent forth to warn his people. All right,
To prove that, you go to Revelation where it says, I saw New Jerusalem coming out, coming down from the heavens. Not all of Israel is going to be coming down on the first go around, from the sky.
Yep.
That's how you know it's talking about the elect.
It says, they have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
So that means you motherfuckers are still going to be alive. For you to be standing upon your feet, that means you got to be alive. Dead people don't stand.
Yep. It says, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
And that's talking about that thermonuclear destruction right there. That nuclear wave, or that destroying wind, according to Jeremiah 51. That destroying wind. Yeah, the beast of destruction. That sweeping agent. Because it's gonna come in like waves. First you're gonna get that quick wave.
You're gonna get you're gonna get the sonic boom first. And that's gonna bring down buildings and break glass, probably blow people's eardrums. People are gonna be screaming just from the pain from that. Ears bleeding. Yep. And then you're gonna get that destroying wind that's gonna come and swoop you off your feet, man.
The best thing to watch is Terminator Judgment Day 2.
Yep.
Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Where they shows how the waves came. It was like a wind, and then the fire, and then the radiation. You had the radiation.
Yep. Hey, and a good imagery of this Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and the tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Matter of fact, let me just see if I can get it here on YouTube. Let me see.
And if you're wondering why we got jazz in the background, because this is common unto us hearing these scriptures. Just like, you know, people listen to jazz to chill out. Well, we listen to these scriptures of destruction to chill out, to soothe our soul.
All right, and this is gonna be a quick clip. I'm gonna turn the sound off.
Yeah, so it doesn't infringe.
Yeah, so we don't get no
strike.
Yeah, no strikes.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
All right, but this is gonna be you low life Americans. All right, when that heat wave gets closer and closer to you, man, this is how you slowly gonna start to melt, man. All right, and Lord willing, the volume is all the way down there. Just turn it down real quick.
I mean, it should be.
Yeah, man. All right, so there goes that Passover, man. All right, so let me get to the point here. Get to it, just bear with me, Akim. I think it's around here. Let's see. There it goes. Look at these guys. That fire, there goes that destroying fire. There you go. Melting away right there. Eyes melting away in the holes, your tongue. And you people are going to feel every last bit of it until that the wave actually hits you, man.
Yeah, and you get beaten to powder.
Hey, because when you're standing next to a fire, you still feel the heat and the fire is not touching you. And just imagine the temperature of those nuclear missiles as they burn, man. All right, and you see, this is Zechariah 14:12 right here written, man. All right, see, look, guy's face, skin starting to melt. All right, look at that, tongue melted in his mouth, skin peeling off while he stands, man.
Because the Lord gonna slow the time down for you people. It's gonna be a slow, agonizing death.
Yep.
Hey, because it's the second death. You know, when the first death happened, which would be the flood, people were drowned. You know, people drowned. That's a horrible death, man. Yeah. So imagine this one's gonna be worse. Yeah. You're gonna burn alive, man. You're gonna melt. You're not even gonna burn. You're gonna melt alive until you just incinerate back into to dust. From dust you came to, and dust you're gonna go back into.
Yep.
In a matter of really, it's gonna be a matter of seconds, but it's gonna feel like eternity. That's where they get that concept of burning in hell forever. But you're gonna burn in hell already.
Yep. So let me read this again in Isaiah 13:7. It says, "Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt." Hey, man.
Both physically and figuratively.
Hey, because when you hear the nuclear missiles, man, the Lord is gonna plague you with terrible thoughts of what's about to happen to you, man. You're about to have all types of thoughts of everything that you've done wicked, all right, and the Lord is gonna show you, man, when the missiles hit, exactly what you did wrong, man. All the wickedness that you committed in the eyes of the Lord is gonna make it manifest to you in that minute, man, or however long it is that the Lord holds you there again, toasted alive, man.
Your life's gonna flash before your eyes, as they say.
This is verse 8, and they shall be afraid, pain and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames, man. Hey, and brothers who know, brothers who have had kids that were there in that room, they seen the looks on these women's faces when they're giving birth, man. Or even before that, man, when they're having those birth pains, when they're having the contractions, man, these women look like the damn demons. Like demons are coming out of them, man. Like veins are about to blow up in their heads, man. And that's how bugged out and in pain these people are going to be, not from even the missiles touching just yet, but from the thought of the missiles coming, man, their imminent death, man. And knowing that, hey, because like I always tell brothers, man, one of the worst feelings when I was locked up was knowing that I couldn't leave every morning, man. All right, and the feeling, imagine that feeling when you know that your death is coming and you can't do nothing to escape it, man.
And at that time, the majority of the people are going to be in a shitty case anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, probably in a concentration camp or, living, who knows, The Lord got a lot of judgments coming to this place before it gets destroyed.
Okay.
And that's just the icing on top of the cake.
Yep. It said they shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be flames, man. Because people are gonna be people are gonna be looking. Look, he got meth scars all on his face. But you see, he won't give $1 to a Jake that looks clean and healthy, you know. But hey, hey man,
that's why this place gotta be destroyed.
Hey, but let's keep on with the lesson here, man, because these people say they shall be amazed at one another. You know that look when people are amazed or shocked at something, they look at each other with them big ass fly eyes and fucking with their mouth open like they're sucking some dick. That's how these people are gonna be running around here looking at each other, man, with that O face, man, that poker face. You know,
looking like bug outs. With them bug eyes, big old bug eyes.
Verse 9, it says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger.
And that tornado fucked shit up yesterday.
Yeah, it was a lot worse over by my job.
The real storm's coming, though. It's going to be nuclear.
Hey, man, hey, man, yesterday, man, the Lord brought a boisterous wind out of nowhere, man. It was you know, they were showing that it was going to rain and everything, but then out of nowhere, man, tornadoes started coming down out of here, man. Literally, one passed right by my job, man. Tore up buildings, trees falling on people's cars and shit.
There was one in downtown too.
Yeah, on Del Mabry, one fell out there. But you know, hey man, the time is coming to an end, man. It's clear and evident that the Lord is showing the people that things are not okay with the Lord anymore, man. You know, the wickedness has reached to the heavens.
Wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth.
Yep. Hey, matter of fact, let me get that, because that was one of the other scriptures that I had on deck. All right, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Let me get to the point. This is let me just start at 5. 2nd Ezra chapter 15 verse 5. It says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
And that ultimate sword is gonna be the missiles.
Yep. And all these things mainly are coming here in America, man. All right, it's gonna happen to the whole world. All right, like the scriptures said, but hey, in America, it's gonna happen like no other place, man.
Babylon's the place of great judgment.
Yep. Verse 6, for wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
How's the Lord not holding his tongue? Well, he got his prophets out there speaking with his words.
Yep.
So that's how the Lord is speaking. He puts his spirit, the Holy Spirit, on his servants, the prophets, to tell the people how he feels and what he got coming.
Yep. Hey, so you know there's a destruction that's coming here to America, man. America's the most wicked place in all of the earth, man. All types of wickedness occurs here, man. All right, let me keep reading. Finish this off. It says, which they profanely commit, neither, in verse 8, 2nd Ezra 15 and 8, says, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually.
The souls of the innocent are complaining, and the souls of the just, right? And who is that? And where is that? Well, according to, I believe it's in Revelations 18, or it might be 18 or 19. It says that the blood of the saints will be found in in the whore, in the land. You know what I'm talking about?
I think it's Revelation 18.
Because that's who the souls of the just are. And where did the blood of the Israelites be shed? Here in Americas, man. I think it's 18. Might be. I know it's at the end of one of those chapters. Yep, 24, 18 and 24.
This is Revelation 18, verse 24, and it reads, and in her, and if you read this whole chapter, you know that this is talking about Babylon. All right,
that great whore.
It says, and in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints.
We'll kind of actually get that first. Where's it?
Well, I can just go up to verse 21.
Okay.
This is Revelation 18 and 21. It says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. Hey, and what's that great city Babylon? All right, that's talking about here in America, man.
I got a quick Revelation 17:5, and upon her forehead was written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
And where does all wickedness stem from on the planet Earth, man? Here in America, because this damn devil Esau, all right, he sends his military to these other nations to take over their diplomacy, so to speak, and then they push their way of living, man, their standards, and they bring all types of wickedness to those lands.
All the trends come from America.
Yep.
Everybody's following after America. Whatever's going on in America, eventually it seeps out into these other nations, and that's why the scriptures say that the other nations were made drunk by the cup of fornication, man. Because they're drinking of this Babylon wine.
That Babylon juice. All right, this is back in Revelation 18:24. Now that we've established that her is talking about Babylon the Great, it says, and in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth.
The blood or of the prophets and the saints. And who are the prophets? They're Israelites. Who are the saints? They're Israelites. And I go back to that.
Second Ezra.
Yeah.
All right. It says Revelation. Or Salak, 2nd Ezra 15:8, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me.
You see, so then now we know whose blood is crying out unto the Lord.
Yep. It says, and the souls of the just complain continually. All right, and that's
the elect.
Man, that's the elect, man. That's how we know these other Israelite groups, man, that are getting married and trying to make all these communities and make their best lives possible here in America. All right, they're not those souls that are complaining continue, because they're not complaining, man. They're content.
They're complacent.
Yep. Verse 9. And therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. All right, and that's what the Lord is coming ready to do, man. With that destruction, the Lord is coming to destroy this place and receive that blood, man. Receive the innocent blood, so that we may receive salvation from the coming judgments. All right, that's why you see the men of the Lord out on the highways, man. That's why you see the men of the Lord constantly doing videos, studying. But hey, man, the America's judgment is coming soon, and if you ain't watching the news, then you're gonna get caught with the okie doke, man. You're gonna get caught with with a surprise, man.
Like a thief in the night.
Yep. But matter of fact, I think it's up here, but well, I thought it was up here,
yeah,
but.
it might be.
But let me go back to Isaiah and we'll finish off on that. This is Isaiah chapter 13, and we're going to go back to verse 9, and we'll close out on this. Isaiah 13:9, it says, behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. All right, so 2/3 of Israel is going to be destroyed in the coming judgment here in America. All right, and the Lord is going to lay this land desolate, man. When you go into the word desolate, it goes into empty, man, void. And this land is going to be emptied of all life, man. All life is going to cease to exist until the end. Those desert creatures come.
Because that's what's going to become. Just a desert, because it's going to be sand. Because when you burn shit up, it'll go back to the dust of the earth, and the dust is the dirt.
And with that, Lord willing, you brothers are edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles of Great Millstone, and much blessing and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth. Shalom, Akim.